The Danbury team continues to hear from people all across the country that there is just so much news to follow. How do you know where to begin? How do you have time to keep up with it? We get it. So if it has all been white noise to you this week, here are just 6 stories of interest and importance. Beginning in Tennessee, legislators passed and the governor signed the Baby Olivia Act. As the Washington Stand reports, this will mean that public school students will now learn about the humanity of preborn babies during high school. Specifically, they will see a high-definition video at least 3 minutes long that shows a baby's development in early pregnancy. If you have not seen the video, we highly recommend watching it. We'll post a link to the video on our social media channels so that you can locate it easily. We stay in Tennessee for this next story as well. Legislators there have also approved a measure that would criminalize adults helping minors access puberty blockers and other gender-affirming care without parental consent. Forbes points out that the state already approved a ban on puberty blockers and sex change surgeries for minors, which the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals upheld last July. So this further underscores Tennessee's intention to curtail the ability of transgender ideology to harm children. Transgenderism is still the story of this next article out of West Virginia, where we told you about last week these girls who decided to walk through their track meet rather than compete against a boy pretending to be a girl. The New York Post reported that this week that the girls have been banned from future meets, which conservatives are finding a really crazy decision. Interestingly, in West Virginia, a law already prohibits transgender girls from participating in girls' sports, but court said that the law could not be applied to Becky Pepper Jackson because he has been living as a girl for 5 years, changed his name, and even got a state-issued birth certificate listing him as female. On a different front, we have been watching very carefully as the anti-Israel protests and encampments have continued to spread across the country. They are no longer just protests that have grown violent and damaging and anti-American. On the University of North Carolina campus, protesters took down an American flag and replaced it with a Palestinian flag. The same thing occurred at Harvard this week. But at UNC, once the American flag was reinstated, a group of fraternity brothers gathered around the flag to prevent it from being harmed or removed again. The picture of these young men defending the flag has become a viral image this week, and juxtaposed with images of protesters burning our American flag, it has really struck a nerve with Americans who love their country. At the same time as all of this has been going on, the White House has announced this week that the U.S. is considering resettling Palestinians from Gaza in the United States. This has drawn strong reactions from many Americans, and rightly so. A Palestinian poll shows that 71% of people in Gaza agreed with Hamas actions on October 7th. Finally, ending with good news, the Supreme Court rejected a request to block the age verification law in Texas that aims to keep children from having access to pornography. The Christian Post reports that this decision allows the lower court ruling to stand. Good news for children and their innocence. If you are receiving our Life and Liberty brief by email, please forward it to a friend who would benefit from these short updates. And if you're not already a subscriber, please sign up today at thedanburyinstitute.org.